Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running with Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Now here's Pollard. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot. And if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Marr on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, Their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. There they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw, sliding out of the pocket, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard, and now it's 4th and goal.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
First down, Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And this one's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to...
Oh, Prescott stripped. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes, but 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Out of his end zone, Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
Prescott on 1st down. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Prescott now. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing here, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He'll buy some time right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it's Mahomes again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.